Boom! We are back yet again with Yeski as Mike, the new purple belt, is going to roll his way into a contest against BBC, the blue belt on the left. Let's see how they do in this roll today, and don't forget that you can get great gear from my link in the description to get gear from xmartial.com. Now this roll is interesting because you would believe that the bigger man, BBC on the left, would have an easy way dealing with Mike. However, he gets caught in a very fancy submission, so you're going to have to watch the whole video through if you want to see what happens to BBC. Our Asian persuasion Mike was able to win the head rubbing contest, which means that Chris has to be the power bottom. Mike is trying to pass this guard, but Chris is doing a nice job bringing his left knee in, making it difficult for Mike to pass. But right as I say it'd be difficult, Mike actually makes it look very simple because he shucks the knee by and now he's in side control. Chris, however, does not want to be a power bottom with dead hips, so he's getting onto his side and he's trying to grab a Kimura on Mike. And he does a nice job grabbing the Kimura and he flips Mike around as Mike narrowly avoids my camera, but Chris then is put into bottom front head position. Luckily for BBC, he is a wrestler, so Mike is going to disengage and now they're working towards the open guard position. Now we're going to do the question of the day at the beginning of the video again. And in honor of Mike's awesome submission, which you will find later in the video, my question is, what has been the coolest or best submission you've ever pulled off, whether it's in a roll, a competition, or any time in your jiu-jitsu career? Make sure to let me know in the comments below. Mike has placed himself in half guard, but Chris is trying to scoop under the leg. If he can scoop under the leg, then he can work towards a single leg like he likes to do in his other rolls, such as when he was rolling with Derek. Another choice for Chris, which we're going to see, is that he can push with his collar control. If he could push Mike over, that'd be a nice sweep on its own, but Mike is going to go towards the standing position as soon as Chris is able to work his way up. Now Chris is a much better wrestler than Mike and also much larger, so Mike is going to decide to pull guard and kill some kittens on the way down. This is also a dangerous decision because Chris is much better on top than he is on bottom. Mike has to make sure to stay careful the entire time, so it's not great that Chris has already passed his guard. Chris's choice of attack from here is that he's going to look towards the arm of Mike. He's going to attack the left arm and look with a Kimura, and he's going to sit over the head. Unfortunately, Mike very easily sits up into the front head position, which is going to kill Chris's Kimura attempt. Now as Chris spins behind Mike, pay attention to Mike's mouth. He's giving us some tongue action because, well, I don't really understand Asians either. Moving on from Mike's questionable camera etiquette, Chris is pushing him back down and now he's in the half guard again. So Mike was in side control, then front head, and now half guard. So turning towards his turtle was a good choice for Mike. And now he's even pushing against Chris, trying to get to a stronger position, and he's controlling the sleeve of Chris. Now this sleeve control is very important. Mike is able to get his feet on the hips and he's controlling the collar and the right arm of Chris. He's going to start pulling Chris into him and he wants to have his legs extended first, and then he's going to release some pressure, push his legs off, throw BBC in the air, and then hit an armbar on the way down to complete his helicopter armbar on good old BBC. That was a great technique by Mike and very questionable defense by our boy BBC, who is so much larger than Mike but just got utterly destroyed by him. You also have to remember that before Mike was promoted to the purple belt, Brock believes that Chris is the best blue belt in the gym. So Mike had to take out some anger on him and show that he wasn't the best blue belt at the time. Chris has now easily passed Mike's guard once again. Hopefully he doesn't get destroyed with another armbar, and he's trying to work another Kimura on Mike. However, as he's able to grab the Kimura grip, Mike is able to easily turn to his side, get his elbow down to the mat, and he can fend off the Kimura, and Chris is going to have to look for a brand new attack. Now, even though Chris is in a great position, I still can't get over that helicopter armbar. Mike has been telling me that he's been getting everybody with the same armbar, and he even pulled it off against Chris. I just don't see how these guys don't see it coming. Chris is going for his own armbar against Mike, but Mike is very easily able to use a hitchhiker escape and turn with him as soon as Chris fell down. Chris is continuing to spin, but he completely lost the elbow, so he has no control over Mike. Now what I need to see from BBC is I need to see him be a lot more aggressive and get his act together. You can't go out on a loss like that to Mike, especially on camera, because now that is immortalized and our gym never forgets moments like this. Chris again is reaching towards the Kimura, but Mike is very easily pushing him down and passing the guard once again. From side control, he's doing a nice job basing his pressure down on Chris, so Chris can't easily move to his sides to escape from here. Oh, also, here's another tidbit. Chris, BBC, loves reading all the comments. He did from the last video with Derek, so if you have anything to criticize him about, make sure to comment it in the video because BBC would definitely be reading it. He's grabbing a single leg here on Mike and he's able to complete this to push Mike down to the ground so he can establish his own sweep and now he can work on top of Mike. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a lot of time left against Mike and he still has to get his vengeance for that armbar. Chris does something very interesting by falling back for a heel hook, and I've never known Chris to be a heel hook guy, so you can tell that Mike is living rent-free in his head. He's working towards this heel hook, but he's spinning the wrong way. He's never gonna get the submission on Asian Mike, and he's just gonna have to live with the fact that he got helicopter armbarred on video. And unfortunately for Chris, that's the end of the round. Mike quickly ends it with a nice pass, but Chris has ran out of time to redeem himself. So everybody, make sure to comment how soft BBC is and how he doesn't deserve that title anymore. If you appreciate the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and thanks to all my current viewers and patrons.